So that was interesting. As I was talking about a past life, literally, my throat got really, really dry. So I came on and did about 5 minute quick thing about the monkey on your back, which I feel like I am shedding that. And I think this is what's happening to a lot of us as we've come through this intense March period out into oh, excuse me, it's really getting me today. It's also allergy season. I have to remember that. Even though I can't see anything budding here, I was out the other day walking, and the tree, we've just got a few buds coming. But anyway, as you know, I push through this because, one of the things that happens to me is like things will come up to try to prevent me, and I've just got to keep pushing that through. Much clearer throat, much clearer chakras. So I guess what I'm saying is that I'm now being taken back to past lives, and it's not like in a dream state. I'm awake. Like I told you, I was on a battlefield, and I could feel myself as this man with these big muscles and how heavy everything was. And the sea captain, I could actually smell the ocean. I could also smell my body odor, which was, I kept going, oh, what's that? And every time I moved, it was this like horrible body smell. But remember, they didn't really have washing facilities on these. It was a slave ship. So, they were below deck rowing. We were a group of women. And then, interestingly, I went from being the captain to one of the women once we got on shore. So if any of you have these, we all, sometimes, if you've done past life regression, you have that image in your head. But I am literally being taken to situations when I'm awake, and I can see it in my mind's eye. So, and not always in meditation. So I'll be interested to see how that develops for me. So they did, there was something, oh, I know. One of the things that has come up, my son, also, as I told you, my son is working through his Akashic records and clearings. And we've both been really interested in our soul's origin, because where we know that we're from and what happened to his planet and my planet was in that asteroid belt. And then we both landed up on Andromeda A and B. And then we came here in a soul group, and I've connected with a few people, and I'm sure there's more of you out there that we're connecting as that soul group that came from Andromeda to Earth. And we're sort of reconnecting here on Earth. So if that's you, let me know. But what they've said to me is that I can help. Well, they've asked me to do a series. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do, like I did with the Akashic dragons, the chakra dragons. I will post some things on my Facebook page once I start getting information. They're telling me to be channeled. I do have some outlines as guidance, but they're saying they want me to channel. So let's get on with what is up for us for the week. So I'm really feeling the fairies again because they're somewhat new to me, and then I'll pull a couple of dragon cards. But let's ask and say, what do we need to know from the fairies for this upcoming week, the first week in April? The beginning of allergy season, I can feel it starting. So let me pull a couple of cards. Right, so we've got the card of beauty. So this looks like a dragonfly to me. So as soon as it starts warming up, the dragonflies will be back. And this is about us. This is what it feels like to me, is looking in the mirror and seeing the beauty that you are. And remember how beautiful you are is the message I'm getting from that. Positive expectations. I think this week we need to raise our vibration as we step forward into a new week. They're telling me this might be a challenging week if you're for work. So keep yourself positive. I know there have been things going on in my work. A romantic partner, interesting. So I know from where I'm looking, it looks like another dragonfly. So I'm saying that what I'm seeing is as the dragons start to appear, so may for some, and again, what the fairies have been saying to me is that these messages aren't just for everybody. They're going to be for people that have found me or that are looking for some answers. And this is about a romantic partner. And they're saying, as the dragonflies emerge, look out for a romantic partner appearing. That'd be good if it was for me as well. I think I told you I'm like not too sure when I want to do that again. But who knows? Once right now I'm focusing on clearing my Akashic records and going a bit deeper and doing that internal work. And a lot of us are being called to do that. And I'm sure that you've heard this if you've asked people. Everything I've been reading this week and the cards I've been pulling have all said very similar. Miracle healing. So if you're looking for healing today, they're saying just call on the fairies. The fairies are here to heal you. Let's do another 2. Look inside yourself. So just as I was saying, this is about, again, the green is heart. So it's go inward, go into your heart. Visualize it as, well, you can visualize it to whatever you see. I see it as a temple, and it's a beautiful white temple. If you step into that, that is where you're going to get this miraculous healing, because we can heal ourselves. That's what I'm hearing. They're saying, we've said this before, that you don't need to look outside of yourself. You only have to look inside, because inside is everything you need. So look inside yourself, and that feels like the butterfly. And let's do one more for this week. Oh, rise above the problem. So just as I said, this is going to be, they're telling me it's going to be a problematic week at work. So that goes with the rising above. So it's about us rising above whatever chaos, whatever is in our lives right now. We need to rise above the problem, because all we can do is to keep our vibration high as we step into this week. So that will resonate for some of you. I've mentioned before that I work for the state, and there's lots of, we're coming to the end of our fiscal year, and lots of, it's pretty scary when they start talking about cutting services. I work for the Department of Mental Health. If you follow me on Facebook, you will see I've posted some things about that. So let's see what the dragons have to say. Oh, Merlin has been, because I'm in the fairy realm, Merlin's like, oh, I think I need to be there. So he's shown up 2 or 3 times this week with the fairies. He says he has to keep them in check. And he's also showing me, he's like, do you remember a while ago we were showing you doors? And I kept saying, I don't know why this door appears. And they're saying, that's because open that door, and that's the fairy realm. So if you are being taken to doors, whatever colour, but mine were little white doors, like almost in a tree was what I saw. And it was like, open the door and step in, because that's where you'll find us, is what they're saying. And they're saying as the earth starts to come to life and everything is pushing up and growing, look for us in the bushes, look for us in the flowers, because that's where you're going to catch the Davik realm. All right, so let's do 2. Oh, look, the air dragon. So this is rising above. So again, this is this message from the dragons as well as the fairies is we need to rise above. Whatever it is, whatever the chaos is, you need to rise above it. And the star connect to your past. So this is sort of confirming what I talked about, because I think for some of us to move forward, is what they're showing me, is to move forward, sometimes we have to go back and heal the past. So we all know about our ancestral wounds, our ancestral healing. And they're really showing me these like parallel lifetimes. And they're saying that you really need to, this is the Star Connect dragon, which he's sort of a greyish colour there. And connect to your past. And this is what's happening for me, is to connect and clear. So as they take us back to see what we were, what was it, what lesson did we need to learn, and let's clear that and move on. So I think that's interesting that the dragons, let me pull one more card. The dragons, this is from my oracle deck, by the way. If you haven't bought it, let me know. And, oh, Merlin is here. Contemplate. So, as I said, Merlin has shown, this is 3 days now. Contemplate is about sitting in that peacefulness, sitting in the silence, and waiting for the answers. He's saying there's no big rush. But what you need to be aware of is that you need to come into alignment. So that's about sitting. He's showing me sitting correctly is what he's saying. He's doing this. He's going, sit correctly, like shoulders back, spine like this. Feet on the ground. If you can, nothing on your feet, but your feet on the ground. If it's still too cold, it is too cold for me here. Mind you, I do sometimes go outside, but not by choice, sometimes just running out with the dog. But feel the ground beneath you. And if you don't, if you're not able to go outside and do that, then visualize it. Visualize the green grass, visualize the putting your roots down, visualize going into the core. Like I said, something I've connected to immensely these past month or two, made a huge difference for me once I connected to the core, which is like, does this, like literally, and then locks you in. So if you can do that, you're going to find a huge difference. And then just visualize that connectiveness to the earth, to Gaia, to feel the energy. And in that peacefulness and in your alignment, you can then rise above. That makes sense. So thank you, Merlin. So in alignment will allow you to rise higher, deep rooted alignment and higher. If you need a quick alignment, you can call in just the chakra dragons. When I do when I did my work on my chakra dragons, with my I learned about my chakra dragons. They took me to each of my chakras and helped show me what was out of alignment. What they've done for me when I do Dragon Empowerment Reiki is, rather than spending a lot of time in each into one, they go through them really fast. They clear them, and then they align them, and then and literally you can feel yourself like, whoa, like you've gone, because they go all the way through those chakras. Remember, you've got front and back chakras, and a lot of times we forget about the back chakra. So they clear that really fast. Sort of sessions that I would take an hour over, an hour, like 30, 40 minutes with, just literally clearing out everything. So if you're interested in a session, you can reach me on, you can go to my website, which is www.eastcoastdragonlady, or email me at eastcoastdragonlady@gmail.com. It's a distance healing, obviously. And I'd love to work with you. I love working with the chakra dragons. I love doing all of that work. And I'm really hoping that this is the year that everything will fall into place for my, I'm in my 3rd year of my business. I'm still trying to find my way in that, as any of you know, when you're setting this up. But I'm open to helping all of you. but it's not always dragons. As I've told you, they've actually said they are stepping back and they are pushing me forward, and they're literally showing me like this, that they're pushing me, but they're holding me up and they're helping me rise above. So I don't have expectations, I just rise above it. So I will leave you with that today. That's 15 minutes. It hasn't been my normal 40-minute ramble. But again, connect with me. It was really great seeing people in person and doing an in-person reading. I also do oracle readings if this is the first time catching me. I use my own dragon oracle deck. I have several other oracle decks, and I'm often guided to use one of my many other decks, which sometimes I don't know why, but I'm often guided. I'm told to go and pick another deck. I'm not expensive. So go and check out my website. If there's anything specifically you want, I offer a 45-minute clarity call, which can be just as simple as, checking in with you, talking about dragons, talking about how you first met your dragons, how I did, or whether there's a service that I can help you with, or healing. I have many years practiced as a Reiki practitioner, done other modalities, but since I've been guided to the dragons, but now it's about working with dragons, and so it's dragons, and as you've seen, if you see my Facebook page, it's often, oh no, it's the fairies, now it's the unicorns, but they're excited because they're saying they're just waking up because spring's just happening, or here in the Western Hemisphere. I don't know which hemisphere we're in. Anyway, here. So I'm going to go and have some lunch. It's been a crazy week. I hope next week is less crazy. I hope you all have a great week, and I'll be back soon.